No. Mr. Mosley. Subhanallah, Mr. Mosley, I was watching your video and I just can't stop laughing. I have to come here to say something anyway. Ah, no. I'm going to wait for a couple of people to pop up first before I will start laughing. Ah, no. Ah, Mr. Mosley, I should be looking at you here. So, Mr. Melanated, Mr. Mosley, Brother Mosley, I hope everything has come out in the wash. Brother Mosley, when you and Mr. Champion, Brother Champion, no, not Champion, Brother Companionship, and the other Muslim brother, and just a couple of brothers, did you so a while ago at Mr. Companionship platform. I came here telling you guys, I private that video recently, I don't know, 2 days ago or yesterday. I don't know why I private it. But I feel like someone was commenting finding break. I do have a couple of people commenting on that video finding break. Somewhere saying, oh, Mr. Happy Companion is a good man. You shouldn't say this. Da, da, da. They didn't get maybe why I did that video. You know, it wasn't to say that he's a bad man, but it was to condemn, especially this particular Muslim guy that was talking in his video and the type of mentality they have for when you're going to Africa to marry a woman. But I just say, let me just private this video, hence people finding bread about it and stuff, and they don't get what I mean. But when I saw this your video of you washing clothes, I was like, your beauty, your beauty. Exactly why I was condemning you guys that your live video. That's what you confirm in your new washing clothes video. And I am so you don't even know you confirmed that. I'm gonna tell you how you confirmed it anyway. Brother, now you see why I say that you guys shouldn't say that you guys are going to Africa to marry people because they can wash clothes and fetch water and have a cold bath without complaining. Huh. Now that the woman who is washing your clothes is called food cut. Food cut is when people wash your clothes and you pay them. They survive on that. Some of them die young because of back problem. Actually, they cannot live long sometimes because of that. It's not good job there. Lot of African people, you know, here abroad and America, people die because of cancer, because of bad food and not moving around. In Africa, people die because of hard work, a lot, bending down, just in under the sun 24 hours, stress of poverty, stuff like this. Brother, so now I should look at you instead of looking at myself. Now that you went to your food cut, by the way, happy Christmas if you are celebrating the Christmas. Very good that you try how to wash clothes. I love that video, the best video ever. Now, start fetching water every single day. Go to all the villages in Gambia where people fetch water. Bending down as well, fetching water, carrying the 20-liter gallon of water, walking. Go and do that every day now, you wake up, brother. And then come back and do a video and tell me whether you guys, you and that skinny Muslim guy with the cap on, the one who was saying that I want a woman who can fetch water, wash clothes, have a cold bath without complaining. Let him have a cold bath every day, especially himself. Let him fetch water every day. Let him wash clothes and do all these things that he said he want to marry someone who can do it. You see us in Africa that doing these things and dying. It's not because we love it. We don't have choice. I told you this in that video when I was condemning you guys. Ha, Turkey jump. Did you see how you were washing the clothes? 2 minutes later, you're crying, dying, crawling. You were like just creeping. What's the word? Falling. Just falling in the camera for 2 minutes of washing clothes. I was laughing, dancing, so happy. I just watch it. I just finish it and I jump on the camera. I was like the best video. You know, when I'm condemning certain things, you guys just think Amijo is just a jump hybrid condemn master and going crazy. No. All of these things I'm condemning, they have reason. When we marry to people from abroad or us that live abroad, we go back to Africa. We marry the woman. You the man. I mean you. I'm not marrying any woman. I'm too African for that. I mean you guys. The woman will expect you to stop them from washing clothes, stop them from cold bath, stop them from fetching water that you're marrying for. This is why when you guys were saying in that your platform, sitting with your hat on comfortably, yeah, man, bro, yeah, you know what I mean? I can't do the American accent. I'm so bad at doing American accent. Hopefully one day I'll go to America, and learn American accent. But you were just talking here, so happy, knowing that you have all these women around you who can wash clothes until their back is broken, fetching water until they have dead, cooking with firewood until they have dead, just finding the right kind of a woman and shut up with the pain. You know that they're all around you. You're like, yeah, man, this is what I want. All you Amijo women abroad, lazy, idiotic women talking. That's why you're miserable. You cannot have a husband. You're copying the white women. That's why you guys were insulting us because you are there. Now that you tried it, you know why I was condemning your entire generation for that video. Very good. Go and fetch water every day. Go and do all of these things that you want this woman to do. Turkey jam. You don't know why we are tired of this. Imagine if you were doing it since you were a baby until now. Especially in Africa, Gambia and Senegal, hardly ever the man do it. If you come from a family that your mom have a lot of men and one girl or two girls, all of those washing clothes is for you, the woman, to do. For the men and everybody are washing their clothes all your life until your back is broken. And now you have some job American man who is like, this is what I'm looking for. You think now you're going to have a washing machine? You think now you're going to enjoy life? Never. I come here to experience Africa and do normal Africa stuff. Yeah, man. Go, I want a slave woman. Olden days, 1900 woman. Go and wash the clothes. Why you complaining? Are you not from here? Go and fetch water. Go and have a cold bath. Why you complaining? These women are tired. When you marry them, get rid of those nightmares that you cannot do, your back is broken, their back is broken too. They told you it. The woman told you, that woman that you were, telling. It was a cheap popularity. I don't know what that means, slum. He was trying it. He was not doing cheap popularity. He really wanted to know how it feels. I love it that he tried it. Ami, you are right. That is back wasn't work. They should buy the woman a washing machine. Exactly. Natural. I used to watch Happy Companions and I was subscribed to his channel. Is that and what turned me off his channel was a video that I saw. He was throwing candy to the children and saying, let rain. Was he throwing the candy to them? Maybe he didn't mean it in a negative way, but I know what you mean. I saw the Happy Companions and Mosley, they are great people. I will say that some men are romanticize the idea of getting an African woman. I'm not saying they are bad. It's not everyone I jump her bridge. I'm like they're evil and yeah, they're evil. No. If I think they're evil or they're bad, I'll say it. You know me. But it's just that their mentality, that particular video that I saw, especially this other skinny guy. This particular guy, that why I'm talking, he's not the happy companion. He's not the jump her bridge, melanated guy. No. He's this other skinny Muslim guy with the beard like a hungry goat, tying with the long hat. Oh, he remind me of those mentality, those olden days child marriage mentality and stuff. Those people that like all the horrible thing in the culture that suffer with the woman, the woman. He was like, I like it when they can have a cold bath and not complaining. I like it when they can fetch water and not complaining. I'm like, what the hell, man? You are like our men who trouble us to death. A lot of our men actually love it when we're suffering. That's why we're leaving them, marrying the white people and everything, and they're finding bread. Total disrespect to the children. Yeah, I never throw sweet on them when I go on holiday. Well, maybe he mean it like disrespect. Maybe he doesn't mean it as a disrespect, but when I go visit, I never throw the sweets. But maybe, I don't know why he was throwing it. Maybe he didn't have enough. I don't know. I don't think like they hate Africans or they're like horrible, or disrespectful. I've not seen them like disrespectful yet. If I do, I'll tell you. But it's just maybe the idea they have of an African woman is what's wrong. And even if they were my born brother, I'll talk to them like this and was. The African women, we are tired of those broken back bending that you cannot do for 1 minute. We cannot do it too. The woman that was washing your clothes, she told you I can't do it. She told you my back is pain. You asked her, do you have the same pain as me? She said yes. Then how you doing this? I have no choice. What do? I drink painkiller. You want to marry her and ask her to do that because you like it, because that's original, and suffering the woman is good because our ancestors were suffering is good. That's why Africa is successful and good, because of the suffering now. So let's continue to suffer it. You don't know that because of the suffering, that's why Africa cannot develop. You don't know what is Africa problem. I thought you go to solve the problem. Let me tell you one of the problem is the way you guys suffering the women. The women are miserable. When the woman suffer, the woman is miserable, worse than Amijob. Even if they're not shouting like Amijob, you don't know. When the woman is suffering, she cannot bring up good children. She have too much pain, too much miserableness. She's screaming and beating the children to death. Why you think every time our mothers used to beat us, even for buying salt? You go to buy salt to your lady, they will beat you like that. Yes, a lot of the African men love it. Not just them. Them, they're even better. Them, they're the holy African men. They're just trying to learn the African way. They're like, oh, I like it. These women are too strong. We're not strong. We just don't have choice. Like you said it yourself, that those people taking the pain because they don't have choice and shut up. So why do you want people to continue taking pain and shut up? For how long can people take pain and shut up? Just because they're not screaming like Amijob, you think they're good. They're not good there. They're just afraid to talk. How do you think afraid to talk is good? A lot of these women are dying. And you're marrying them because they are dying. And then after their back is broken like that, washing clothes, then they have to bend down and cook. They have to bend down and sweep the whole compound, clean it. They have to bend down and iron. They have to bend down and wash the dishes. They have to bend down and fetch water. Then they have to bend down at night, open leg, turn upside down at night in the bedroom. How? Then they have to give birth. Then they have to carry the baby on the back. What in the world, man? You should say that I come here to marry African woman. I was never going to have this problem with you. Let's think if you want peace with me. Come to your videos next time and say, I want to marry African woman and make her my queen and tell her to rest. Get her washing machine. Get her a cooker. Get her even a housemaid. I can afford it. Just let her finally relax, knowing that her queen have come to save her. That's what queen does. Queen, sorry. King. That's what kings does. King saves you. The king is here to save, not a nightmare king that come to suffer you. What kind of king is that? It's not, I'm blaming them in a bad way. So you guys are so scared. And you guys are the negative people, by the way. Because whenever someone talk about any repart or repeat or repaste, the moment I say anything, you guys finding barrage. Me, you cannot stop me from talking about. If I want to talk about the Queen of UK, I will talk about them. I just don't care about them. That's why I'm not talking about them. I talk about anybody I want. Doesn't mean I hate them. How you expect me to leave them jump in bridge saying they want to marry the woman, to suffer the woman? And who is going to back the woman? The women don't even know these people. This is what they're saying on YouTube. Even if they know it, they won't say no because they're desperate to have a husband who is from abroad or who have a better life or whatever. So why am I allowing them to marry those women and suffering them when those women are suffering already? If I was there, I would love it when someone saved my life and tell my future husband to not marry me for having a cold bath and bending down till I die. What the hell, man? I've never seen a wicked culture like this in my whole life. This African culture. When you think the ones from America are better and they're acting worse, and you're telling me, leave the repatch, can't say the word. They mean well. They mean well. They're not sounding like they mean well. They say they want a woman that can have a cold bath. Go and watch that video before you talk. They want a woman. Is it not even Christmas? Happy Christmas for some of you. So you don't celebrate Christmas. Me, I'm just here jumping over barrage. We need to be honest and give some of those men a warning if they never had it. If they never heard of it. Exactly. I don't care even if Donald Trump and his Obama repart to Africa, I'll still call Obama name every day when I see him doing something. What in the world? You're telling the woman that you wanted their suffering and you cannot suffer for a minute and they tell you I'm dying, suffering. I don't enjoy it. Now come back and do another video. You and the happy companion, the tiny Muslim guy with the goat beard, with the long hair, the one I'm more angry with, the one that was saying he want a woman with a cold sour, who can take cold sour and fetch water and shut up. Come to the live video again. Tell them how you just cannot wash clothes for 1 minute without your back broken, and how you want to change that particular video to another new video, which is when you guys have African women, you're gonna buy them washing machine, give them hot shower, give them everything. Don't worry, they're still not gonna be your American wife to you. Depend which African woman you marry though. Some are worse than any American wife you can come across if you don't know. Jumping off a barrage worse than Ami Job. Knows they are right. Argue worse than Ami Job. But at first they might be smiling. That's why they're worse than Ami Job. Because they'll be smiling at first till you marry them. They're not like Ami Job who will jump her barrage before you even know her. You already know she jumped her barrage. So you're lucky then. What a joke. Going to Africa to marry the woman to have a cold bath. Watch what you say in your video if you want peace with me. That, you know me, I'm just 24 hours here anyway. If I click any video that I don't like what they say, I'm jumping on the screen. Doesn't matter who the person is. You can call it what you like, but it doesn't mean nothing. I'm just not afraid to talk about what I want to talk about. You can learn from it or others will learn from it. Anything I condemn is something that can benefit you, you should learn from. But if you're angry and run away and call me name, other people will learn from it. That's fine. Why don't you go to his channel and tell him rather? Exactly. You know, today I was having this conversation with somebody that is nothing to do with this kind of thing, but I was telling this person, you know, how there was this cheating man who his girlfriend called a wife, confessing. And the person just straight away said, that girlfriend is so bad, so don't call the wife. I'm like, why your mind is just pointing at the girlfriend straight away? When you see in the name bill. It's like you see the snake and you wait till the snake go and you're hitting the footprint. You know, it's not footprint. The snake don't have foot, the body print then. You're hitting where the snake was, you know, you're like, the snake passed here. This is the line. You see this line, this wiggly line. This is where the snake was. But when the snake was there, you're not doing nothing. You're afraid of the snake. Who does that? That is a saying in Walla. So you see the problem and you cannot talk. You wait till the problem passes and then you're talking. I am watching Happy Companion sometimes seem off about him. What do you mean seem off? Some of you people that watch videos too, you just like get bored of people and going crazy. Me, I watch everyone. Doesn't mean that I'm even if I don't agree with you, I still can watch you when I see your video if I want. I might not comment, you know, sometimes, especially when I see you don't comment at me on my videos, but I watch everyone. I don't have any hater that when I see them, I'm so angry and just blocking their channel, running away. No, don't see me like that. I'm too free. That's why I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I watch everyone. And even if I talk about you, like condemning whatever, if someone do anything wrong to you, be thinking this is not a job, I'll condemn that person entire generation. Yes, it is worse nowadays. My cousin have to wash all the clothes of her family and the in-laws. Yeah, the in-laws are worse. I used to have a really bad in-law. Whenever we wash her clothes, me and my husband then, who was my cousin, one of my child marriages when I was 16 at Senegal. I spent 2 years there. I mentioned a couple of times in videos, so many times, by the way. But I have to do special video for that, just like a comedy video. It's sad, by the way, but what can I do? I'll just do comedy instead. The in-law, we used to wash her clothes. She will wait until the boys come back from work and she's washing it again at night, just so the boys can beat us up, saying that we didn't wash it clean. That's why his mother was in it, or we didn't even wash it at all. They will not help her. Never. They will not help her. They will call her lazy. Yes, they will not help her. And when sis was in the clothes and the lunch is late, you know how the lunch, you have to finish lunch at 2 o'clock. You know, only if you guys know what African women go through, then when you are marrying an African woman, you will order all the washing machine in the world. You will get the biggest house help. Get all the warm water in the world. Put it in the tank. You not be jumping up on your YouTube. Nonye nonyaral. Nonye nonyaral is when you're sitting comfortably, you know, enjoying. You're nonye with your cup of tea or water. You're like, I like it when they're bending down and fetching water and having cold shower. Good. That's what I call a queen. A queen that can take a hot water. You know, I would like to have a queen who can have a cold bath without complaining. I can't say American accent. Oh my God, what kind of accent is that? Don't know why I'm sipping my water like that. You know, just nonya comfortably. I would like it when they're suffering and not complaining. Not like a jumper break kind of amijo woman. I don't like that. Hey. A lot of us come from a home that you have to wash clothes, help your mom washing clothes from a baby age. Because your mom, when your mom have a girl, the girl have to help her. That's a compliment. Bad, horrible compliment. Hello, sis. You're doing your video today. I'm going to be up to watch it. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I'm too jump a break to sleep. Can't sleep in this cold winter on my own. My enemies are going to laugh. Anna, it is true about 60-year-old going for 20-year-old. Yeah, very true. They're doing that all the time. A lot of these guys are Oreos. I don't know what that is. No offense, Bob Bones. Oh, it's tomorrow. Awesome. I'm gonna watch it, inshallah. Hi, Ami Job. Hi. Baro Lamin. These old American men go to Africa to get a young woman. Yes. Watch them. If anyone go there single, they will never marry someone near their age. They will go for some Beyonce slash Rihanna looking 20-year-olds, knowing that they will jump at the opportunity. They're actually different from tiny different from this white man, but this old white man that they're condemning. What do you think of what the Maya's YouTube? I watch it, but not a lot. I don't know much because I'm not from Ghana. I watch Gambia stuff more. What do you mean? What I think about it? It's fine. I don't see him doing anything bad, but I don't watch him all the time. You have problem with what he's doing, sewing places and stuff. What's wrong with that? You said it yourself, Ami. This culture of condemning people rather than maybe suing them the way, since since they are new to Gambia culture. I'm not suing them the way. You call this condemning? Then it's condemning, suing the way, condemning. How do you want me to show them the way? You want me to go to Gambia now? You want me to change myself to a man, go to Gambia, marry a woman, buy her washing machine, buy her a cooker, put a heater, a boiler, sorry, in the house so she can have a warm shower? How am I going to do that? If you can change me to a man, make sure you give me a proper manhood for a start. Then I'll do the rest. Why can't you start doing that? If you cannot do that, then just know I cannot do that. This is me showing them the way. You don't like this? Okay. I'm just here to laugh, and to ask them, now they confirm why I condemn their video. They confirmed it. The fact that they cannot was close themselves 2 minutes without their back broken. But they want a woman who can have a cold bath. I hate the cold bath, even growing up. I used to try to boil some firewood to warm the water, especially when it's winter time in Gambia. It's only when I'm having a shower, like in the morning. No, not morning, daytime. In the morning, when you have a shower from the well, the water is warm. It's weird. When you get the water from the well in the morning, in where we used to live, when we have a well, there was a time we used to have well where we used to live before I have this land in Tangier where my family are. Then when you have the well water early morning, it's kind of like little warm. I don't know why. I think depend where the well is. If the well is somewhere that is warm and having sun during the day, but if the well is under the mango tree or something, having like some, what do you call it? I forgot the name for care. We call it care. This thing under the tree that, this thing that stop you from having the sun. This care. Why am I forgetting care now in English? So if the tap is having care, had an American wife, he seemed okay. That's fine. But what they were saying in that channel is not just for them even. It's beyond them. It's for other American men that are coming and they might not even have YouTube channel. They're teaching them that when they marry an African woman, they should expect her to have a cold shower. Me, whenever I'm condemning something, I know that something is beyond whoever you are. Don't see me talking like this. When I'm saying when you do this, you shouldn't do this, I don't mean you as in you alone. I'm talking because whenever we talk in camera, we're not talking for us. We're talking for the whole world. You think I don't know that? I know it. I just to jump a break to talk like a professional or whatever. But some of you thinking that when people repatch or whatever, people should not tell them nothing. People are saving their life. People like me. You might not like the way I'm doing it anyway. You can call it find a barrage, but I'm saving their life. You don't know? A lot of the people, when they marry people from abroad, even if they are Gambian who live abroad, the women that are in Gambia, listen to this, and Senegal, when they have a Gambian husband or Senegal husband who is in abroad, and try to make them have a cold bath, and try to make them wash their clothes with their hand when they know the husband can afford a housemaid or someone who can come every week and wash at least. But just because the husband is very African and want the woman to suffer, the marriage will break. No woman is taking that. So good luck trying to find out, even if you're from Senegal or Gambia yourself. Ask the men from Senegal and Gambia who have Senegal and Gambia wife, and they have an okay life. They can afford a housemaid, or they can afford a normal life, and they don't want to do it because they want the woman to suffer. Ask them if the woman will take it. If you don't believe me, you will like it. If that was you, you're from Gambia and you have a wicked husband like that, who is saying that because that's what my grandma used to do, then why are you using iPhone? Your grandma don't know iPhone. Switch off your iPhone, put it in the ban. Stay like that. You don't need it, remember? Ancestors, no iPhone. You know, some of our men, they like to do that too. They're like, your choice of content to anyone. Sometimes I have to explain, because if not, they don't understand why I'm finding bread. They think I'm just finding bread because I hate people and I'm going crazy. Yeah. Fetching water. It's not fun. Most people do it because they have to do it. Exactly. I don't want to wash clothes by hand either. Exactly. It makes your hands so dry and broke your back and everything. Some women do it. I like this when he was asking, when you give birth. No, when you're pregnant, do you do this too? And the woman said yes. Some women do it until when they give birth, the baby can lose her life for that. A few years ago, one of our neighbor, her baby, she gave birth and the baby died sadly because of that. There's something called handale. No, not handale. Yeah, handale, but the boomy handale. That long thingy, that long pipe thingy that go in the baby tummy and go in the handale, in that round handale thing that comes with the baby. I don't know how to call it in English. That water thing that comes with the baby is called handale. That pipe thing, that thing went around the baby's neck because of the way the mother was bending down, bringing the baby upside down. And this baby was next to our house where the mother was living. You know, my mom is a midwife. She like help women to deliver in Gambia. A lot of people. She helped over 2,000 just this period that she lived in Tanje, which is about, how long is my mom in Tanje now? I think it's about 7, 8 years, something like this. Before that, she delivered a lot of baby, but there was no record. But now she delivered over 2,000. Wait, when I go to Gambia again, I will record it. You see everything where she helped them. I'll show you the big government book where she can register, where my mom cannot write. It's my sisters who can help her write the name and time. So then, and they have to give this woman the copy of it so they have to write on her pregnancy book thingy so she can take that to get the birth certificate, because it's recommended, what she was doing then. But now she was telling me that the government is stopping them from doing it. They just want everyone to do it in the hospital. It wasn't illegal, but it's just the government want everyone to go in the hospital now. I guess because the government will ask people to pay, so they want the money for themselves. But a lot of women don't want to go to the hospital because it's very busy and it's not even clean sometimes, and the nurses there can be very rude. When you're crying, they'll be like, when you were doing it, no one hear noise. I say, open your leg. Oh my God. Why are you not opening your leg? You want to kill your baby. When you were doing it, you're opening your leg very wide open. Now you're closing your leg on your baby. Open your leg, you idiot. The nurses, a lot of them are worse than Ami Job doing video. So a lot of people don't want to go there. They like to go to like my mom and other people like my mom that doing it at home. But anyway, so this woman was bending down. My mom always tell her, stop bending down like this. You are heavily pregnant. This is not good for your baby. Please listen to me. I know this. I help a lot of women deliver, and you know it. Even these children in your compound, you know that they deliver in my house. Their mom come to me to deliver. I know this. Don't do this. She said, oh, hey, yeah, Hadi, it's fine. Abula dorong, hani fente kela ala vete ya tale, hey. She's one of those women that is very stubborn. You know how some people, whenever you tell them don't do it, they say, it's fine. You know, like I'm a job for her break kind of a woman. So it's very heartbreaking. But she had the baby. I can't remember if the baby was a boy or girl. But yeah, this happened like three years ago, something like that. She had the baby and the thing wrapped around the baby neck. So the baby come out when the baby was already passed out. So these things kill the baby when the woman bent down and washing clothes, especially when the pregnancy is back. And when you sit down, you were asking her, why can't you sit down? When you sit down, you cannot do it. It's like me sitting down braiding hair. When I'm braiding hair, no matter how small the hair is, no matter how tired my back is broken, I'm so tired sometimes because I've been braiding hair my whole life here. And then sometimes the customers, they will be like, Amy, sit down. Like my old customers who love me so much. They're like, I'll sit on the floor. I mean, you sit down. I said, no, I can't do it when I'm sitting down. I'm too slow and I just can't do it. I feel so relaxed. It's not comfortable. I'm not used to it. So even if I'm dying, I have to stand up and breathe. It's like that. Those women are dying and they have to bend down and do it. And you're saying you love it. That's like saying I like to marry. That's like some white guy saying I like to marry African women because they suffer a lot. They're too strong. As if they don't know that, we're strong, but we don't have choice. That's why we're strong. It's a fake Muslim. It is a cool at all for him. How? You know him originally? He's not Muslim in America or what? I was 8 years old when last I saw it used. So what use? One thing for sure, the truth will come out, come to light. Yeah, definitely. Good evening. I marry a African woman because she is strong. That's good. But lot of you guys use that, especially our men. Say that I don't want a white woman because they're too independent. They will not say it like that. Then they will be honest. They say, I don't want a white woman. They don't have culture and they're rude, they cannot cook, they cannot do that and they're rude. But they know why they're not marrying the white woman. Because the white woman will tell them what she want, like a job, a job. So then they say, I want an African woman. They're very cultured and very good and very nice and just quiet and say yes, sir, and just waiting for this heaven to arrive. It's not we are good. That's why we're doing that. We just don't have choice. And we are very tired now, by the way. We are too tired. That's why it's too many divorce. If you don't believe me, look at the amount of divorce. Why am I even saying that? You guys still believe in us for the divorce. You say we don't want to get married. Do you guys ever blame yourself? I'm asking, if you're a man watching this, do you guys ever blame yourself for anything? Why should we not marry young woman, Ami? They can give you more children. I'm not saying don't marry young women. Increase our black race. This is the problem. Lot of you black people, you have children for your own gain. I told you this so many times in videos. You have children for the children to grow up, go to America or go to UK, to buy you houses, take you to Mecca, send you money. You have children, especially if they are boys. You want them so they can grow up, buy a house, and have some wife who can cook for you different food and look after you, because the culture, you have to look after your in-law more than you look after your wife, your husband. You marrying children, you having children for your own gain. You also having children because you want to have young wife. So if you have one wife, for example, and the wife is getting old, like 40 years old and stuff, like I'm your age right now. You're like, no, I need to marry another 10, how many, 16, 17 or 18-year-old or 20. If you are trying to be good, you go for 20. And then you say, so she can give birth another 4, 5 children. So I can have 20 children or 15. So when I'm dead, Allah will put me on one line with my line of children. And Allah will say, you have all these children and they're all Muslim. You said, yeah. And Allah will say, go to heaven. But what they forget is that, number one, it's so hard nowadays to make any child a good Muslim. You cannot even make yourself a good Muslim. You think Muslim is just, I'm Muslim, and Allah's like, here is the heaven. When you're not even going to do quarter of what Allah told you to do as a Muslim, you're jumping on very worse than Ami Job. When you have a lot of these children, you're not going to have time for them to train them to be good Muslim. So you have very small chance of them being a good Muslim for the first place. So why using the religion to have them? Why can't you just confess your love for women and your love, you cannot have one woman. Why can't you just tell the truth? But if you're marrying somebody young, just because you're young yourself, I get it. But when you are like 60-year-old, 50-year-old marrying people that are 20, and your excuse is so they can have babies. Before this baby is 20, you are already dead. You already 70 and 80-year-old and dead. Your bones are already gone, disappeared. I'm not married. If I was married, you think I would be here talking every time in my videos? Talking at night like this when I'm supposed to be enjoying my night with my husband. He want you to bow to him like he's a king. He think he's still in military, in the military. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's good to have a woman who can bow for you, but not you suffering her though. How's is gonna bow for you when you're suffering her to fetch water and have a cold shower? But if you are good, 70-year-old dead, I guess you don't do much exercise. Well, I don't know. I'm not saying like everyone 70 should it's a must you're gonna die, but doesn't matter how much you exercise. People die any age sometime, but to live after 70 until you are like 90 or 80 or whatever, it's a big risk. It's a big chance that you're taking now. Yeah, you must be very positive to think that when you're 60 or 57, you should marry a 20 or 18-year-old or 22-year-old or 25 because you're going to live 100 years. Even if you're going to live 100 years, the next 10, 20 years, you can barely do anything to this woman. For how long can you use Viagra? You're going to Viagra this woman to death or what? Or Viagra yourself to death because you're now 75 and Viagra yourself to death, choking yourself to a 30-year-old wife. If she's going to care about you anyway. If she's like, you cannot even touch her. So she's going to make excuse every night that she have a headache and she's not well and you're finding barrage. What is the point? Why can't you go and marry someone around your age? Stop marrying young people, African man. The way you love young people, if you love your God like that and listen to him, half of that, and love your children and your wife like that, then the whole world will stop laughing at us. By now we are developed. What young woman want a wrinkle up old man? No young woman want it. Young women just do it because they have no choice, just like they have in the cold bath because they have no choice. And you like it that they're doing it. You're like, I love it that you have no choice. How many bloggers saying they wear but wear not wear what? They also forget if you want 4 wives, you also have take care of all those wife parents. There's a lot of thoughts involved. Yes. And a lot of this wife, everyone with different character. Some are jumping her brain like I'm Job and just different. So it's a lot of thoughts or whatever you call it. It's very hard to make all of them get on and to have good children from it. Because the marriages nowadays, women are more independent and so their emotion, like if they're jealous, they cannot hide it like the olden days women. Because the olden days women, they were just like slave kind of a woman. They just listening, yes, sir, and just salam alaikum. If they're Muslim, yes, sir, and cry and quiet and cry and quiet. So they're actually still looking for those kind of women. And they say they're good. They still want salam alaikum, cry woman. And they say they are good men. Some of these men that want that. I'm not saying for these particular people, but I don't know. My wife is like Michael Jackson. She don't know if she's white or black, lol. She's the boss in our relationship. Awesome, lucky her. What do you mean she doesn't know she's white or black? Did she bleach her skin like Michael Jackson? White women don't wanna carry no water or wash clothes by hand. Yeah, a lot of the white women will not want to do that. They don't mind like if they want to learn Africa culture, but not to do that every day just because they are strong. No one is strong here. We all just human. No one is a concrete human here. Too strong, taking everything too strong, too strong. No one is a concrete here. What the hell, man? This community is still looking for some concrete humans. Do you watch The Arrival? They are in Gambia. Yeah, I watched them. I watched them a couple of times before. But I'm not following up with them. You sweet what you did for your mom. Oh, wow, Anna. I marry an African woman because she's strong. I'm gonna go soon, guys. Happy Christmas for any of you celebrating Christmas. I was around that age or a little older. Having a child at that age, I hope you had a trust fund set up for that child. Exactly. They don't have no fund set up for the children. Lot of men in Africa will have like 3, 4 wives, lot of children, and lot of the wife they like compete. Hi. They compete to give birth because everyone is like, I'm gonna give birth more. So I can have maybe more boys if I'm lucky, or just so I can have more money when my husband dies, especially if the husband have like houses and business. So they keep having more children competing, and this other one is like, me too, I'm gonna be pregnant, it's gonna be a boy. Even if they have boy, there's 9 of them. So then the woman will keep having babies and going crazy, and the man forget that he can die anytime, yeah. So these men, anytime they die, there's a war. They're fighting over the houses, fighting over who's gonna have what. And then these children become junkies sometime and just hopeless because their father is gone and there are too many children. And these men don't even think of that. It's like there's some concrete human, some robot from the other this new planet kind of a man like who can never die. Just because these women are available. And then they always blame us anyway and say that us, we don't want to get married, us, we are bad, us this, us that, we are copying the white woman. Hardly ever you will hear African men and black men in general blame themselves. Never. And then they say, me, I always against the man. Me, I don't talk about the women. That me, I'm always talking about the men. You ever talk about yourself? Talk about yourself. Talk about you guys, and I'll talk about us. Anyway, you guys can find a better on me if you want, because you know me, doesn't matter. But anyway, why we should not marry a young man? Yeah, I answered that already. Life is not about having many children. You're not competing with no one. This planet is here. Sorry if I'm scaring any of you the way I'm opening my eyes. Hopefully none of you gonna dream of me. The world is not in a race. It's not like the world is, this is Adam and Eve. We are in a hurry to bring up people in this world. No. There's so many good deeds, so many good things you can do to go to heaven that Allah told you. Why you not focusing that you're looking for excuse to make more babies? Because you like the process of making them. You love it worse than you. Who doesn't like the process? But you don't have to just like the process so much that you have to make the woman pregnant all the time. Tell her to take some pills and just stop finding bridges. I've never seen African community still sleeping as hell. Even the awakened ones, they are more sleepy than the sleeping ones like me anyway, but because she was selling peanut on the beach since she was 11. Whoo! My Gambian wife watch your video. She would love to comment. However, she could talk to you in Walla, Fula, Mandinka, Dutch, French, and English. She just can't read or write. Oh, any of those languages. She's so clever. Did she never go to school, they son? You see? African men, you see yourself? Black men of the world. You see yourself, mate. You see? That is what you should be focused on. Put your children to school. Stop child marrying them. Rather than you focusing on marrying them, let them have cold shower and fetch water. Wash clothes that you cannot wash. Oh, I forgot. We're not human. We are black women. We are born to suffer and waiting for heaven. I guess we'll be the first one in heaven then when we all die, shall we? Let's see. This is Western mentality. If you call yourself Muslim, you should act according to Islam law. In every country, in every country, there is bad person. The Gambian men are bad in general. That's impossible. Who tell you the Gambian men are bad in general? Anyway, the Gambian men are bad in general. Their entire generation is bad in general. You happy now, mate, whoever you are? Keep commenting anyway. I heard they say the comment give you more view. So I can buy avocado after the Christmas. And then he told everybody that wants you to every channel to go watch the channel that he was crying on. Like, oh really? Crying? What channel was that? Was he crying? We need to be honest and give some men the warning. The happy companion is an actor because when he was getting his land, he was crying like just he got like he got a Grammy. Why are you calling him an actor though? Maybe he's just emotional. It's good. It's a good thing. It's a big thing to them though. Even me, when I got my land in Tanje where my people are living, I was so happy. I feel like crying to be the first person in the family to have a land. I remember I never dropped here, but I was feeling so emotional. I never feel like that before. Well, I'm lying. I feel like that after I got the land, which is the visa was next. When I had the visa, I never have those feelings. No, I'm lying. It's when I have my children. When I give birth to my children, I never have that feeling. And then the visa and the land. Yeah, these three. And when I lost my sister. Those are the time when I never have those feelings. 4. But when he have the land, because they're from America, the land, because they see Africa like they value Africa. These American people and these black British and abroad black people. These abroad black people. They see Africa like diamond. They're not like us running away from Africa. It's great when I see them, how much they love Africa. I'm like, oh, look at these people. This is so cute. Not that I hate Africa because of what I've been through there, but I'm too used to it. I guess, when you're too used to something, you don't know what you have, So, but they mean it. I believe they mean it when they have a land there or just when they're there, they feel like they're in heaven. I see them. I believe it. I don't think they're acting about that. Why do you think he was acting? I didn't see that video. What? My Gambian wife is 38 years old. I am 58. That's fine. Well, depend how you look and if you're good in bed. Subhanallah. Sorry, but watch what you're commenting here. It's me. And is that age gap acceptable to you? Yeah, that's perfect. If I have a 58-year-old and I'm 38, I'm 40 now anyway. Depend how the 58-year-old look and what he can do in bed and just his personality. And because some men, even if they're not very good in bed, like, but they know how to play the woman. Subhanallah, hope no underage watching me anyway, but you don't know what underage are watching. This is 2020. Anyway, don't watch this video if you are underage. Click out. If you are staying, I cannot help you. I don't own your hand. I don't even own my mouth. Anyway, so when some men are like, they know how to love you, they're loyal to you, and you know, like, and you get on with them, you like them, you love them, whatever. Some women can love you very much, or some women can just like you so much. This like can turn to love because of the trust. When they trust you that you love them and you're loyal to them. Some women are just looking for that. They're just looking for a man who can love them and be loyal to them, not cheat on them, listen to them, consider their feeling, yiram them. I don't know how to call yiram in English. Yiram is when you just feel sorry for the woman. You just like look after her like a baby. You don't want her to go through any pain or sad. You're there for her. Okay, I'm not saying you should never argue with her, okay? Every genuine relationship should have argument, but when you argue with her, you listen to her, you say sorry when you have to. You just show her like you care. Lot of women will stay with you because of that. And they will have even another man who they really love, for example, more than they love you. But this man don't have that. They will leave the man. Me, I left men that I love. Lot of my marriages I've been to, two of the men that I love, I left them as an adult. They weren't two child married. Two of my adult marriages that doesn't work. It's not I don't love them. I love them so much. I will still stay with them, but I don't have this thing that I'm telling you in that relationship. So I left. So some women will leave you even if they love you so much, but they don't have these things I'm telling you. So some might just stay there for years and cry and hoping you change, and then after they regret all the years they wasted and they leave. But in my language, that's why they say that jigéen duy bugg dafay mean. They said women don't love, they just get used to you. I know they get that from the child marriage culture anyway, insane, but I know what they mean. Like, even if the woman don't love you so much like her high school love, she can still stay with you. For example, some women we say that my dream is a shorter guy or taller guy or a guy with big muscle or da-da-da. But they end up with a guy that doesn't have that, but he have this loving, caring thing and trust thing that I'm explaining to you. And the woman, you will see her 10 years later, you say, is this your husband? You know, like, this is not what you said that you wanted. So you be like, yeah, but I'm so happy with him. Like, he's the best man ever. Because he have these things. You see? And even in the bedroom, he know how to make you feel loved and appreciated. He's not just in a hurry to satisfy himself and then find a body sleeping like a sick chicken. He's like care for you all the time and going crazy. My wife lost me. She is 38 and I am Rick and Dick. I am a devil. Who is saying this? What's it called? You a devil? What do you mean? Yeah, the Rick, they always call white people and stuff. They call people the devil, you know. Sorry, guys, but it's some job very hypocrite, 1B / confused kind of a people that in Gambia move from America. These couples, and they like to call people that are not Africans devil, especially the white people. They think the white people are still the slave master and that they're devil. This man is lucky because I am very much older than my wife, and it is me who have the headache. I know when to run and hide. Yeah, that's good. That is a good way of dealing with your woman, but depend what kind of woman she is. Some women, if you're just running and hiding, they will take advantage of that and finding break. But some women, if they are good, honest person, they will still respect you. If you are running away from them, they will not like treat you less or whatever. In Europe, you will see man and woman will live together for many years without marriage because they always afraid to marry each other. So that will be very difficult to find. What will be very difficult to find? Maybe they think it is cheaper to have an African woman in Gambia. Yes, but not just even about the cheaper. They also want to do it because they know that a lot of the African women in Gambia will take a lot of their nonsense. For example, if they are difficult, controlling man, jump her barrage man, who the American woman or Amijo kind of a woman will condemn. But what they don't know is a lot of Gambian women and Senegal women and just African women nowadays, a lot of them are very working because of the internet. So at first they might pretend like they're this innocent village woman. Salaam alaikum. I'm sorry. I was thinking of you all night. I love you, my king. I think of you all the time. What have you done to me? I can't sleep. Telling you all these romantic things. But when you marry them, after a couple of years, you start finding break. When they jump, you think this is not them. They better get life insurance. Who? So yeah, they just mistaken they think that all African women are like so holy and stuff. They should ask the African men. Some of them marry some African women and they run for their life. But most of the time you have good African women like who can take life pain, as they call it, fetch water and have a cold shower and sort of. So you can easily find that in the African women, of course, compared to European women or Amijo kind of a woman, for example. But even if you don't have a cool, like hello, Esa. Even if you don't have the heater, the hot water tank thing, you can have the gas. When you just on the gas and on and boil some water and use it in the bucket. I don't know. I rather have that than cold shower. I hate cold shower whenever I go to Gambia now. I'm not used to it. Ami, do you hair leaf? What's hair leaf? That 70-year-old men are now stronger than younger men. Yeah, because of the Viagra that they use. And they like to play a lot. Old men love playing, especially European old men or people from abroad kind of old man. African old men are just the worst because they don't know nothing. They just jump on you like a chicken. Subhanallah for any old man that is watching this, but you guys shouldn't have married me if you want respect from me. I mean the ones that like children. I don't mean the good old men. So sorry. But your husband is waiting for you, sis. Let's pause this topic. I don't have any husband that's waiting. That's why I'm always on my videos. I told you guys this all the time. Do you think if I have a husband, I will have energy to be doing video all the time? So what was I saying? But I'm not free. I'm talking to someone before he see my video and find a bridge. I'm talking to someone who I love so much, by the way. So don't put me in trouble. He's gonna say that, I hear you saying you don't have a husband. So I'm talking to a Gambian man, guys. I'm not free at all. But 70-year-old dead. Okay, yeah, I read that one. Who just want to brag? I guess you guys can say that. They also forget that. You guys can say that me, I just want to brag or what? One thing for so. Wait, I'm trying to see if I can catch up with some of the comment that I didn't read before. Are you guys celebrating the Christmas? It's like there's no Christmas for my end. You love the Happy Companion. Me too. I love watching him. I love watching all of them. Even the jumper bridge Muslim guy that that with the beard. This one that I'm angry with for saying these things. That was in his video. I don't know him. I don't know if you have a channel. I still don't hate him. I don't hate none of them. But when I'm not agree with them, I'm not gonna pretend like I do and I can come and find a break and talk. Doesn't mean that I hate them. You guys, anytime I talk about someone, you're like, I love the person, leave them alone. Why are you against them? Doesn't mean I hate them. What kind of family we gonna be when no one is allowed to say nothing? I told you guys you're allowed to say anything you don't like in Africa. That's how it's gonna get fixed. You just don't have to bully like in the way Art was doing it. But you can say things that you don't like. What a lot of you are so afraid to say nothing anyway. You go to Africa pretending. People like Art and the jumper break K and K people. You're saying that why they're complaining about the lizard, complaining about this. It's just Africa, people. It's your land, as you say, that's why you're going. How are you gonna have a land that you're not allowed to say nothing? What kind of land is that? So if you don't like things, you have to say it. Africans can be very user. What's the English word? In Africa, people have very bad user culture and just late and lying culture and so annoying certain things that they do. So if we don't talk about it and condemn it so it can change, it's just gonna continue and we're gonna die like. Anyway, me, if that was me when I go to Africa, I'll condemn things. I hope I'm not gonna condemn it like Ad was doing then, but imagine if I was American and I go to Africa. I'll be worse than Ad. I have to go, guys. Only rice can grow in that swampland in rainy season. Swampland? What do you mean swampland? Nothing is gonna grow in that salt means. Ah, yeah, I was wondering because the land they buy, the land is like in the, like in the water. And I don't know if certain things will grow there. But it's not like nothing is gonna grow. This naturally organic. Your name is amazing, but you seem like you're finding brie on them. What is it that they really do? Is it just the way they talk sometime and stuff? They're kind of like watching space. It's Rick anyway the whole time. He was worse. He's kind of like not finding higher bridge nowadays, but he's not going to able to get that building up because that's one plan was he able to do during the dry season. Ami always talking about Africans' problem. It's like Europe doesn't have problem. You're right. You mean the Africans in Europe, our problem here? I should talk about it, but I don't know. I guess because I miss Africa as well. I'm not going now. I didn't go now for like, is it not 1.5 years now? I want to go soon though. Can't wait. This time I'm gonna document my trip and give you guys a lot of vlog. Inshallah. I know I should talk about Europe problem, but I used to do that. I've not done that. This year I'm just more miserable, to be honest. So Leland, Lamangi video ngeen go away. What you guys running playing? This is at late night. What is it? Why you guys running playing? Don't you know it's late night and we have neighbors underneath? Sorry guys, my children. I think why his building is gonna be late is his building might be late or just what he's doing in general. I think because Rick seems like he's very proud and he's very like, he feel like he's so much on pressure. I feel like he's so much on pressure with this whole Empower Hotel slash One Big Kingdom. I'll call it One Big Kingdom. The One Big Kingdom, I can't wait to see it finish though. And just see all the One Big people dancing and drinking and enjoying. Oh my God. I feel like the One Big Kingdom, because he attacked the One Big Kingdom, like really, what's the English word? He attacked it really ambitious and really like, I'm ready to conquer the world in 2 minutes kind of a way. Like a superhero, One Big superhero slash whatever. And in a land that you know nothing about still. And in Africa, the things are slow. especially when you don't have the enough money waiting. And it's like he cannot tell his just make a normal, correct, honest video and tell his subscribers, look, guys, I'm just gonna go with the flow with this. I don't know when it's gonna finish. That's what I would have said. But he's like, I think let's say August next year, let's say April, let's say June. In June you will be able to have your holiday in this building in June. I was like, don't promise them any month. Just tell them I'm gonna go with this flow. Because you don't know when you're gonna finish this building and everything. If you choke yourself to finish the building, they're gonna give you really bad building, especially in Africa. So you have to be very careful. And to build this empire that he want to build is not easy. And because he's all over the place like Ami Job, he's all over the place. Here is some fish tank. Here is some garden. Here is some avocado. Here is some coconut. Here is this. Here is that. He's everywhere. Did they even sleep at night? I watch them and I'm scared for them. And it's so tiring to travel in that big truck day and night. And Gambia roads are not good. It's very tiring because the car is like banging you like this all day. And they all over the place all the time, choking themselves to finish this building quickly in 2 days. When you want this kind of big company and this kind of big one big land, you have to take your time and do it correctly. Who? Maybe she's embarrassed after Rick petty crime were exposed. Who? Rick shouldn't be embarrassed of that at all, what that idiotikian guy did to them. That idiotikian guy himself have more criminal record than anybody else, and he's not showing his own ass criminal record. That doesn't make me look at Rick like the other way around at all. A lot of people abroad here have criminal record that is worse than that. And that guy himself, I'm not talking about him because I don't want to find a break on him tonight. I'm not in the mood. But Rick and people shouldn't feel, the Rick shouldn't feel ashamed of that at all. Jokes aside. That man just went beyond and pure hatred and pure idioticness, pure wicked, jealous ass behavior. Kids do all sort of things before they land, yeah. Who are the kids? Has anyone seen the video from Bad Apples in the Gambia? Who is Bad Apple? Someone have a YouTube channel, Bad Apples? That's scary name. We are a product of our parents, yes. If his kids are criminal, then they landed from somebody. No, that's not true. And that idiotic guy that was calling, his kids that he is the criminal master for doing things like that. And that's not true that when, you learn it from your parent, that's not true. For example, the way I condemn child marriage, the way I talk like this, I don't learn it from my mom. My mom was child marriage. She never condemned it. She don't even really like it. I'm condemning it. She just don't want to tell me no, but I can tell sometimes that she doesn't like it, the way she's talking. People are always good, some of them, and they have children that are so bad, drinking alcohol, doing bad thing. You that is commenting this, you jump Habreya Jame picture guy. His profile picture is our ex-president, by the way, and this president is very scary. He used to get rid of anybody that don't agree with him. So when you're using his picture, it doesn't scare me anyway. I'm a job, but Anyway, people will have like parents that are so good. They don't drink, they don't swear, they don't lie, they don't do anything, and one of their child will just so rancang, idiotic, drinking, lying, stealing, learn it from some jumper bridge friends, and the parents will be so depressed, doing everything they can, and the child refuse. What that got to do with some parent? I never agree with that. There are a lot of what the people say in this world I don't agree with. So, and when you look at it, you know why I don't agree with it, or you don't want to experience it yourself before you know why I don't agree with it. So I hope that when you have children and you're good, whoever you are, that your children will be good. Because if one of them decided to be stubborn, or two, hope not, and then you will remember this that I'm saying today. Yeah. And I am sure you know some family members that are very good and they have one or two of their children that are so idiotic. You know it. There's no way you will not have a family like that. So cut the crap about people are bad because of their children are bad. It can influence them. I'm not saying that you should jump out bad and your children will be good. No, I'm not mad. That's not what I'm saying. You have to do your best as a parent. But it's not guaranteed that the child will be church like a candle and following what you're doing. Never. It's not guaranteed. And if you are insulting any parents for that or just looking at them down and laughing at them thinking they didn't do good, pray that you're not going to have a child that let you down. Then you know how painful it is. Who need to keep the drama going to get view and money? The last time I saw him, he was picking up picture for his land and garbage dump. In Germany, many men afraid to marry German white women because women have more powers. Exactly. Of German men will try to marry Western Europe women so they can able to control them. And they want to marry some of us that when they see a woman that is like Salaam alaikum and quiet, for example, they marry her. They'll say, ah, good Gambian wife or good Senegalese wife. Quickly, let me marry her. When they see a Amijo kind of a woman that is condemning things she doesn't like, they're like, ooh, she's a European woman. I'm not going to marry her. She knows her right. But they're not going to say like that. They'll be like, this one is too job her barrage, miserable or rude or just trouble woman. Most of the time when they say that, they mean you know you're right. Even my wife's mom, you mean your in-law, lives with me and it is a good woman. And I treat her as my own mom. That's beautiful. Ooh, you're actually a good man then, Yaya Jame. Is it Yaya Jame watching me? That's awesome. You're living with your in-law. Lucky in-law. Some in-laws are very good. You can treat them like your mom. I love a good in-law. You just treat her like your mom. When you're wrong, she talk to you. You say sorry. You listen. She teach you life lesson. You talk to her. But some wicked in-law. I hate wicked in-law, jealous in-law. But it's not easy to live with in-law or your mom. Your in-law is like your mom, no different. So sometimes when they're not happy with things or they're just grumpy or something, don't just say, oh, they're wicked in-law. No. So don't just hear me talking and you're jumping her, but no. They're just like your mom. Sometimes they're grumpy or they're not happy with things. You have to tell them, what happened, mom? Is everything okay? You not seem right these days or you not seem happy. I'm worried. I don't want you to be not happy. And then she will tell you, oh, it's because of da-da-da or da-da-da, and then you say, sorry, da-da-da, I love you. I don't want you to be unhappy. And you just move on like you would do with your mom. But if you just like, whenever she's not happy, you're like, oh, she's jealous there. Oh, yeah, like, she hate me. No. Just treat her like how you would want to be treated if you were her. Whose arrival taking over their channel? You mean the rich people? They worry that the arrival is going to take their channel. No one can take no one's channel and no one's luck. Whenever something is your luck, you have it. But yeah, a lot of people are worried about this person going to take my luck, that person going to take my luck. You don't even know how long you have to live in this world to enjoy whatever your luck is. Remember? We don't know if we have 1 day left or 2. But we tend to forget that, yeah, I guess I'm too chill about life, but I don't know. I ran away from Gambia recently. Yeah, I heard that, but I don't know how true is that. Wanna grow in that salt mix. Hmm, that land. And that land is in the middle of nowhere and they're complaining about people cooking. They want people if that was me, I would never go there, without cooking, without food because me I don't like hungry for hours. I'm going crazy. I know. They already succeed in scamming the Poterian. I can't say this word. Poterian. Hey, my haters are gonna laugh. I give up trying to say this word. I opened one, but I never really use it because I didn't want people to go on it, and I cannot give them videos and stuff. What did they mean they scam it? Did people subscribe and they don't give them video? Some people just subscribe there because they want to support your channel, but some people subscribe there because they want you to do video and they complain if you don't do video. So yeah, depend if they're complaining, but if you promise them you're gonna do video and they subscribe, especially if it's like a couple of them, like 10 or more, then you definitely should try to make video, even if it's small video, like 5-10 minutes video and stuff. Their life is spent up learning, loading videos and producing nothing on the land. Yeah, they're trying to catch up with the video because the videos can give you little money every month, I guess, sometime if you have certain view, but they want to maybe use that to buy some cement and stuff, but I don't know. I just want them to do well in this and finish though. Because I worry for them like they are my family. Don't see me like this. I'm crazy. When I watch them sometimes, I'm like, oh my God, this thing is not anywhere yet. And they're doing everything at the same time. It's too much things they're doing at the same time. And they do things the wrong way. For example, like getting this woman to do the gardening and the women complaining about food and everything. Carrying their baby on their back under the sun, bending down. I told them to not do that in the other video, but I don't know. I don't think they even watch me or listen to or will listen. They might watch me when I put their name. They definitely will watch it, even if they say they don't. Every YouTuber will watch every video that is made for you. Then some will lie and say I don't watch it, thinking they want to show you that they are proud to watch it. They watch it, so no one will see any video that is made for you and you don't watch it, unless if you're in prison. Anyway, but guys, I have to go. These comments are too much. The arrival are the best thing ever in the Gambia right now, considering Rick disgusting job and he's doing nothing. Rid of Rick is like not getting rid of Trump. We need him out. No, you cannot say that. I think Rick, if he's not, if the moment they stop choking people with the 1B, insulting people because they're not 1B like Art was doing, then I don't have problem with them. That was my main problem with them, but I've not seen them say that recently. So if I'm gonna do video for them, if they're not saying that, it's just gonna be video like the last one, like when they do something like that they don't know the culture and they think they should change it to America when it favors them. Then I can tell them that, they're finding bread, but what was fake? Thank you so much, Yaya Jame. You agree, you understand that, yeah, that is not every parent that is good, that raise good children. Sometimes the children grow up to be totally different from you. Especially children nowadays, they're very stubborn, they have their own mind, and they feel like they have to be independent and live whatever kind of life they want. You try to condemn them, they run away from you and abandon you and tell you, I don't want to see you again. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Do kids do all kind of things before they learn? Yeah, total. Guys, I have to go, but I don't, the children are not sleeping yet, and it's so hard to sleep and they're not sleeping because of the noise and everything. Yeah, you don't think as a child. There is a difference about being stubborn and being criminal. Yeah, being stubborn can lead you to being criminal. So I don't know what you're talking about. Being stubborn is what is being criminal. It leads you to it. If you are not stubborn, you cannot be criminal. Because especially as a child, when you are like 20 or whatever, when you still have your parents guiding you, so they're gonna know whatever you are doing that make you criminal. They're gonna try to stop you, and you're stubborn to stop, or your own brain telling you don't do this and you're stubborn to listen. No, everyone knows right or wrong. Just like you're crossing the road, the car is coming and the traffic light is right. It's red, that your brain telling you to stop, and you're like, find a barrage and you're going. So you are stubborn then when you kill yourself. So they know it. So stubbornness lead to criminal. But yeah, I'm not even gonna be bothered talking about, his child being whatever. I feel like that idiot shouldn't be talking about that child. He have children himself who can be worse criminal than whoever the hell he's talking about. His ass is actually worse than whoever the hell he's talking about. He's just too hypocrite to talk about his own ass, like I told him in that video. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Yeah, thank you guys that you guys are celebrating Christmas. I mean, happy Christmas, you guys. Deported. That's not good, Lamin. Who deported who? What? Great chatting, Ami. Anna, thank you. Salam. I'm gonna go, guys. I'm tired. And my children, my daughter have her friend here. So they're just so happy, it's making noise. And me, I want to sleep. I'm tired. Um, ah, enjoy, but I was deported. Deported where? Hello, Malika. The black love heart. It's beautiful, but you know me, I'm crazy. I never send the black love heart. I always think like black love heart means you have a black heart, like your heart is like dark, like wicked heart. Just because people use like your heart is very dark. You have a kolbu ñuul in my language. When someone do you something very wicked and bad, you say, yo, sa kolbu ñuul na, sa kolbu soxor nga xam, kolbu ñuul nga xam. Kolbu ñuul is with black heart. So I always just link it, and I always just don't use black heart. I always just use the normal colored one, red one, or like pink one or something. But I just use the normal one. The arrivals are Rick's replacement. How? You cannot replace the arrival with Rick. The arrival have their own personality, their own things they're doing. Rick doing his own personality, his own things is doing. They're all unique, beautiful individual people, different people. The only problem I have with Rick, why I jump her break on him all the time, is because he jump her break on us, telling us that we don't love ourselves. That's why we love everyone, and just going crazy. And the arrival, I don't see them doing that. If they're doing that, let me know. But by the way, a lot of the people that are moving back to Africa, especially Gambia, these videos that a lot of you don't like, you call it negative and jumping her break. It makes a lot of them when they go, they know how to not say certain things. So Ami Job will jump bridge, or just so the Gambians will jump bridge. So they're like, oh, so these people don't like this. For example, the way Rick was talking to us. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I've not seen him doing it recently. But I don't watch all of his videos. So I watch the recent ones just so I can then react to it, this particular gardening thing videos. But there's a lot of videos before that I missed, that I didn't follow. Because I wasn't following him after. I stopped following him like for every video for a while. I never really follow him for every video. I was only watching him because he was like insulting us for not believing this 1B agenda. So I don't like follow any of them, like every single video you post I watch it, because me myself I'm always in the videos and I have to do other things too, you know. I'm still alive, so I cannot watch every single video that everyone is doing. But you know, my followers, they're savage like me. So whenever someone is insulting us in videos for not believing 1B gender or whatever, then they will tell me. But whenever someone like the K and K people and stuff, when they just condemning stuff they don't like about the culture, I love it. I will never condemn them for that, because they're not doing it in a bully way like Art was doing, and then insulting people for not believing 1B and going crazy. I watched the K and K people a couple of times, and I don't see them doing that. So even if they go to Gambia, I'm not gonna have problem with them for just if they see anything they don't like and they condemning it like a normal person. They have right to condemn it. They should condemn it. It's like you have a hotel. When someone come to your hotel and leave, you need them to give you feedback so you know what to fix. That's good. You know, but if they're sitting there bullying like, that hotel was so disgusting. Oh my God. The hotel was like fufu and meat. Like Art was doing. Then it's a problem. But if they just seeing the hotel need this, need that, you know, that kind of thing. Then you're like, oh, this is good. I'm not saying Gambia is a hotel, but I'm just telling you. We condemn Africa all the time. Africa need a lot of facts, and let's just be real. And people are not just talking for Africa to be fixed, but they're also talking for people that are coming to know what's happening, so they know what they're coming to. So that's fine. Gambians need to be careful watching some of those American YouTubers. How? What do you mean? This man with Yaya Jammeh picture. Are you a Gambian? Yeah, some Gambians still love Yaya Jammeh more than everyone. They don't even joke with him. Seem to have stopped hanging out with the back, or maybe not a video. All right, maybe they're just not meeting. You guys, the viewers, some of you are something else. Some of you are soldiers, or what they call it. You're like, this person is not hanging out with this person, and this other person is not hanging out with that person anymore. What's happening? Maybe they're just busy doing their things. Or maybe if they don't get on, it doesn't mean that this one is bad or that one is bad. They just don't get on. You have to know that this movement is new. And it's going to be a lot of people that don't get on and stuff. I don't have a problem with that. So let's just chill out, guys. Me don't see me jump up, but I'm so chill with life. What do you mean? Neverland. Being a Gambian is different from having a Gambian passport. That's true. But doesn't matter if he's Gambian or not. What that got to do with the Yaya Jammeh picture? Huh? Do you know some of these Gambian, they actually think Gambia is like, what is the best country in the world? Is there any best country in the world? Did anyone know the name? They're like, no, you're not Gambian. You don't even sound Gambian. Are you Gambian? You cannot be Gambian. Even me, they always say I'm not Gambian anyway, because of my strong Fana Wolof and stuff. And the way I listen to some old Yusundur and going crazy. And the way I'm too forward and stuff. Even though a lot of them are more forward than me, they just can't do it in the camera anyway. But then they call me Senegalese and going crazy. I'm like, fine, that barrage. Right, guys, me, I'm gonna go soon. Solomon. Who is Solomon? Is he building at the back? Very Gambian name, Solomon. What do you mean getting contaminated? Contaminated. Subhanallah. Nothing is gonna happen to the land. Those people live next to the beach, my dream place, next to the beach. I love living next to the sea, but I wouldn't want to live in that place. It's too quiet in the middle of nowhere. I'm too scared. I know Gambia is peaceful, but still, Gambia have a lot of armed robbery and break into people's houses. You don't know that? You think it doesn't happen? It happened, especially when you have a nice house. I would be scared to live in the middle of nowhere there, but it's nice when the building finishes, it'll be nice. But because it's gonna be building with hotels and stuff, so it's not gonna be quiet, I guess, compared to one Jump Harbury house, you know. Well, I will do things as a 10. Oh, I wish those AAs arriving could just stay off YouTube and live their life and leave their baggage in America. No, why are you wishing they should stay off YouTube? It's good they're doing the YouTube because not just the YouTube can give them some avocado money and some cement money for people like Rick, some bricks money. But so he can have money to let the woman cook their benachin that he's gonna enjoy, then deny them the benachin, like my ex got his husband. Anyway. But also it's gonna make the people coming to know what's happening. That's good. And even us the Gambian, we're learning a lot from them. So why are you condemning them from YouTube? You don't even own YouTube. The Gambians, they always think they own everything. They actually, a lot of them are worse than Ami Job. It's just because me, I'm always in the camera. You wonder where I got this from? It's from them. They always condemn everything. Don't see them like this, that you think I'm the only jumper in the community. I'm gonna go, guys. I like to consider myself as a human being, not a national of any country or some. So you can be free. Life is too short. Gambia is one of the most peaceful country, but the government is rubbish. Exactly. And corrupt and leave children and people in poverty. Exactly. Why are you up so late? It's because the children are not sleeping. My daughter have her friend here, even though I don't celebrate the Christmas, but she just decided to come to her. I don't know. She love her. So because it's holiday, they don't want to sleep on time. And if I cannot sleep without them because their room is there, when they're laughing and joking, I can hear it. And it's just something to do with me cannot sleep when the children are not sleeping. I'm not used to it, you know. They're not young now. My daughter's 13, my son 12, but and I just don't want to lie here on my own, you know, and just doing nothing and cannot sleep and just on my own. I'm like, I need a man. I'm too horny, going crazy. No, I wasn't saying that. But anyway, I just watched this video that I was talking about and I was like, yeah, beauty. I need to come to the camera for this video. But I already talked about it. It's done. Do you use to expose yourself for not being a Gambian? So back to this comment. So the Gambia government, oh, my battery is finishing soon, guys. I mean, my battery is about to find a battery in my phone. So the Gambia government, this is what I said all the time. To any platform, I even said it on the Julia platform the last time. Whenever they're talking about developing Africa, especially the people moving to Africa from America and UK and everywhere, like they're ready to just pull their sleeve and fix Gambia. They think Gambia is like some one single room that you just pull your sleeve and you're like, yeah, let's do this work. And you just fix Gambia. The Gambia is small, but it's still a country, you know. And I told them, don't bother, you cannot fix Gambia. The president have to fix it. And this president is making you believe that the white people are the ones stopping us from developing. All African countries' government always make people believe that it's the white people that are keeping us from developing. So they can get away with taking all our money, buying different houses, going out with all the young girls, marrying all the young women, sending all their children to America to study, while you're busy blaming the white people drinking their coffee. Her friend is still celebrating Christmas. No, her friend is not celebrating it. She's Muslim. Are you not celebrating the Christmas yourself? What do you think of India? India. I don't know. You asking me? I've never been to India. I like their clothes and their colorful stuff. And the fact that they're so romantic in their movies and their songs. Do you know I love Indian songs? I'm weird. Ari Vijani Merima Korogi Korogi Ting Kitik Ding Ting Kitik Kering Kering I know I'm singing it wrong. You're like, what the hell is this she's saying? Growing up, we used to watch Indian movies a lot. I know India very well. Oh, you're asking the Yajame guy. How do you know India? An African man who know India. Like where, Lamin Ture? Like where, Lamin? You've been to India. It is fantastic. Oh, and I love Indian food. I know how to make chapati and curry. My children love it. And I make it so nice. The way he's keeping that building is disgusting. Why? Everything is disgusting to you, isn't it? It wouldn't rent to him, and I hope you pay for the damage. What building? Who? I have to go, guys. If I follow you guys here, I can't sleep. And my children are still awake anyway. I'll try to make them sleep. Black British don't say fix Gambia. They say they will support. Exactly. She didn't say fix Gambia, but she was talking about when the road, what someone was talking about, I don't know what in the comment. She said definitely something like Juliet herself says definitely something like when we are saying the roads are not good, we can just bring money. This person bring their little £5, this person bring their little £5, and we fix the roads instead of complaining. And I really agree with what she was saying. Oh, thank you for the donation. But that's beyond road. That is like when you see a couple of children who didn't go to school. Like I'm trying to do with my organization, and like the way you make some money and make the borehole. I saw your borehole, Juliet. That's wonderful. That is for that kind of thing. Borehole or pay for some children to go to school. But fixing the Gambian roads. Gambia is still a country, it's too many roads. Do you know how much money is to fix all those roads, good road? Do you know how much money to make one good road? One good concrete that is not going to break the next few months, the next raining season. Do you know how much million it is to build those roads? You cannot do that for the government, and the government just sleeping and having wife to enjoy different women and food, and you just building their roads. Where are you going to get the money from? Us here in the diaspora suffering, people like me, always struggling to send their family money to breed, not to mention fixing Gambia Road. So we have to tell the government to find a break and do what they have to do, and we also do what we can do. But if we tell the government, don't worry, you stay there, the white people there, they're the one that is making us poor, but we are just going to bring money together and fix these things instead. Then they'll be like, yeah, leave these fools. They're like, yeah, the white people making us poor, colonizing us still. They don't want us to develop. Yeah. And they're sitting there smoking or drinking, enjoying life. They're lying. They're taking all our millions for, sharing it between them and the ministers. A long story short, your name is so weird. We have the same thing in US here. A man named Al. Huh? How do you spell this? How do you pronounce this? Shafton. Sapton. Can't pronounce it. In America, he tells black people they can't make it. Meanwhile, he wear 5,000 costume suit. But who is he himself? He's black, or and what did he mean they cannot make it? And then he's wearing those expensive clothes. Yeah, some of the rich people they just feel like they're second god, and they feel like the poor people can never make it, and that they're stupid, and that Gambians is Gambia, and it will take time. Yeah, especially when we continue blaming the white people, it will take forever. You see, 14 African countries still paying France five 500 million dollars every year for colonization tax. Ooh, that's a lot of colonization tax. But what that got to do with the African presidents sending their children to America to study, living a millionaire life in America, them buying mansions, building their own mansions, different mansions, buying all the businesses in Africa all over the place, buying all the expensive cars, heavy their bank account and their close family members and friends' bank account. All their wives heavy their bank accounts, and they have the plan of beautiful mansion for themselves. They know how to design the kind of mansion they want and how to buy the kind of bed they want, but they don't know how to get us doctors and paracetamol or dying bed in the hospital. How is that have nothing to do with the white people and colonization? Anyway, good night, guys. Where people have no influence in the country, the Gambia government. Yeah, the Gambia government is a nightmare. Spend their money as they please. Exactly. And then you have people like this talking about, look at the amount of money that colonization. Is this not Adam Barrow himself commenting? Is this not the Adam Barrow or one of his brother commenting for people to blame the colonization? Colonized white people. Europe take Africa. Buy those old dirty too and clothes to keep them poor. What do you mean? Huh? Africans. You know Africans like to blame. Keep blaming the white people. Keep joking. It's easier to joke than to face reality. So keep joking. Nigerians in USA earn more than average Americans. That's awesome. What kind of job they're doing? Sister, the problem of you don't know how system go. Duru, depend what kind of system it is. What system you talking about? This system of the white people are keeping us poor? Never I agree with that system. The white people cannot continue keeping us poor. We just want to continue to be poor because our leaders making us believe that, so they can continue deceiving us when we see them spend our millions on them. You see the millions on them and on their cars and their houses. Don't make me scream. I'm tired. And you still sitting there talking about white people and green people. What is wrong with you? You can waste your energy doing that. I don't have that time, and you're talking. Anyway, I'm going, guys. I'm tired. I'm gonna try to tell the children to sleep. Hopefully they will sleep so I can sleep. Hi. Watch all the video and then come back. Who? It is on AA's think this way. They think what way? Go to Africans, buy those second-hand clothes to earn more money. Go to Africans. What do you mean go to Africans? The second-hand clothes that the Africans are buying from the white people. That's not the white people are keeping Africans poor. The Africans are the one that want those second-hand clothes because they cannot afford the brand new good brand. The second-hand clothes, because it's good brand. Look at my scalp. Only God knows how I'm looking like this night. I look like a tired 100-year-old. Those African love those clothes because they feel like if they have to buy the brand new clothes, designer clothes or European clothes, then it's very expensive. And if they buy the China make cheap clothes from the market, it's gonna ruin in 2 days. So they rather have the second-hand clothes, it lasts longer. They love it. They rather have that than having the new clothes that is cheap brand. And they're the one that is ordering it from these countries and what they go to do with the white people. Did the white people ever call Africa and be like, come and take this or you're gonna go to prison, come and buy my stuff? What kind of stock is this? What am I going crazy or what's happening with these people? The Chinese make us Europeans buy their cheap quality stuff. They're still not making us buy nothing. We are buying it. No one is making us buy nothing. We order everything. No one strangling us to buy nothing. We can buy our African clothes and wear it if you don't like China stuff. We are the one that don't like our African clothes. We think it's too local and ugly. We want to buy European stuff and we cannot afford the expensive ones. So we buy the China ones. What that got to do with Chinese people choking us to buy it? They don't choke us to buy nothing. We ordering it, emailing them, buying their stuff. Come on, people. I don't have this energy. Don't see me talk a lot. Whatever I talk about, in my brain, I know what I'm talking about. Doesn't mean I'm more clever, but certain things I will never agree with. Don't bother. That was iconic with the Chinese. Hello. The problem is we should be all Mia, I don't know what this is. Royal to our countries. They always just say the Chinese making you buy this. What do you mean the Chinese making you buy cheap supplier or cheap clothes? The Chinese making you buy. Do you hear? Making. They're not making you. If you don't order it, they're not gonna come and strangle you and ching jong you and karate you from your bedroom in Africa. Karate you under the mango tree for not ordering their stuff. Come on, guys. Why you guys like to joke? You think me I'm joking? Anyway, good night, guys. Thank you for the donation, Bob. I'm leaving. You guys can keep dreaming and joking anyway. I like joking. It's easier, isn't it? It's easier to joke than face reality. So, Ami, you don't know how truths. What is this? Truths. Please research this information. Africa has to buy it because Europe says Africa owns the money to. So that's one way they have to pay it. Huge contract, research it. So they have to buy the used clothes. Europe forcing them to buy the used clothes. Is that what you're saying? Or you're talking about this 1 million millions that you're talking about that the John Barbary colony is the thing payment. Bringing to hand clothes and items in Gambia. It is sad that sinful just us the fuck. I know because I am part of those bringing. What do you mean? Even here, some people use second-hand clothes. Here, some Scottish people here, they go to charity shops all the time. Even me, I used to go to charity shop a lot. It's because of this year. To be honest, I've not gone to charity shop properly for the last 3 years, to be honest, since I moved into this house. But I used to go to charity shop here, me and my friends, and I see a lot of Scottish people there. They save money, they get the clothes, they go and wash it and use it. How do you expect people who don't have money to buy designer stuff and quality stuff from the shop? And they don't want to wear their wax, their African dresses. It's cheaper, maybe some of them. Depend which one actually. They don't like it. They think that's ugly. They want to wear jeans and stuff, and they want to buy quality jean, and they cannot afford it, and they buy the second-hand one. And you're calling it sad and blaming the Chinese and going crazy. Chinese stuff complete our business as well. Yeah, even here in Belgium, Germany, it sells second-hand clothes. Exactly. I always don't look for excuse for Africa anyway. Some of these people like to look for excuse for Africa. Blame Chinese, blame blue, blame green. Keep blaming. Keep blaming and watch your children. So don't look after them. Just blame and blame and blame and blame. It's easier. Anyway, guys, good night. You know me, I have different brain with a lot of my Gambian people. That's why a lot of them don't like me and they call me illiterate, idiotic, cannot think, don't know nothing. Because I just tell them the truth. There's no excuse to these things. Just accept it and drink your coffee. Or you keep joking, but you cannot force me to joke. Don't see me joke a lot. I joke, but I don't joke. Makes sense. Arab clothes from the 70s. 70s clothes are good. They call vintage or something like that. I have to buy from Africa. They have to buy it. I mean, because Europe says Africa owns their money. Really? And because Europe say Africa owns their money and Africa must buy those clothes, they cannot buy other things that if they want other things, for example. That's fine. Then if Europe must choke Africa to buy that, if not, they will bomb Africa or strangle them under the mango tree. Fine. He cried on Q. Q. What is Q or something like this? To get more subscriber. Really? When? Sister, what is your professional? My professional. Good question. My professional. I don't have a professional. My professional. I feel like even people that calling themselves my professional is this, they're not professional with nothing. Because they always make mistake on whatever the hell that their professional is, which means they shouldn't make mistake on it. So I would never call myself my professional is this. There's certain word that I just don't use. But anyway, I could say my professional is doing hair because that's what I learned from a childhood, and I used to own my salon here, and it's one single job that I always do. Even when I'm working for other people, other companies, I still have to do hair on the side. I've not give up doing that yet, sadly, but yeah, right now I think there's no professional than my videos, sadly, even though no one is professional of doing videos. But anyway, I would never say my professional is this. Depend if I go to university for something, I guess you could say, but I don't think I was still gonna say that's my professional, whatever the hell I studied, because I'm still gonna make mistake on it. No one is perfect. And for me, people saying this is my professional, that is my professional, even if it's a doctor, you can just say it because that's how the world is. That's how certain things, they just label it like this. You have to say it like this. Don't be amijub and correct some things or change it. But you still not it's still not your professional because you still make mistake in it. Professional mean professional. You cannot make mistake. It's professional to me. So if you say my professional is doctor or my professional is I'm a cook, you should never burn food. You should never cook a dish that you forget one thing or make any mistake. And you should never definitely mistreat any, patient if you're a doctor or anything, if you're a professional with it. I brought a designer second-hand clothes in Ghana. That's nice. People love it. I will buy the cheapest supplier, lol. I have to go, guys. And these children, they're still laughing and playing. Nini! Nini! They can't hear me. Nini! I'm going to try to get them to go to bed, but it's going to be war. Right, guys? Me, I have to go. You guys keep joking, talking about how to go to bed so I can go to bed, lol. Jennifer! Adi! It's your bedtime. Do you hear them already? Me, I'm not up early. This is why. So if you're up early, you better go to bed, Jennifer. That's so funny. I know, right? Some of you just like, I cannot go until you're gone. These private dealers who send second-hand clothes or not. Where are you from? Gambians love to ask where you're from as well. Just Africans in general. The moment they meet you, they want to know where you're from, or they cannot talk to you. Like me, I don't care where you're from. You know me, I'm weird. I hardly ask people where you're from. Did you guys notice that? Even if I meet you in real life, I will hardly ask you where you're from. I can talk to you all day without asking you where you're from. It doesn't bother me. Some Africans are very weird, the way they think. I know they think I'm the most weird person anyway. I am the most weird person, by the way, but they're like, where you from? Where you from? Doesn't matter where they're from. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You spread a lot of wisdom. I have to go, guys. Look up contract Europe have with Africans. I'm not looking up nothing. And clothing. I'm not looking up nothing. The only thing I should look up is African presidents and leaders. Why they're spending our millions on cars, houses, women, sending their children abroad to study. After I finish look up that, then I start dealing with how they're gonna stop that. After they stop that and start putting the money in Africa, from the presidents to the ministers, I will not even remember to come back to the computer and look up clothing deals, Africa job harbor slavery deal. Good night, people. Stop blaming president. I think this person is Adama Barrow's son or Adama Barrow's brother. Stop blaming president. Where do you ever hear that kind of comment from a normal normal person who is not in the government? Where do you ever hear stop blaming president, especially African president, from someone who is not in the government? Talk, people. African presidents are our worst enemy. African governments in general, they always this. It's like this concrete group of people that when you move in the neighborhood, your children must join, or they will bully them or even strangle them to death, stab them if they don't join. It's like that in Africa government. When you are a president, you must join them, because all of the ministers you found there, they are like that. You don't join them, they'll get rid of you. You have to be a very strong president to not join them. I know how they work, so why are you talking? Anyway, waste your energy. I'm going. I always will blame the president and their entire generation. Nothing you or anyone can do about it until they behave themselves. Do you think Barrow will serve another time? I think so, yeah. I 100% think Barrow will serve another time. Even if UDP win him, he will not go anywhere. He will scam the job break cards and thingy and stay. That big tummy of him, like Ami Job tummy, is not moving anywhere. He's gonna stay there, eat his super kanjas, and continue neglecting the healthcare and neglecting us to death. Good night, guys. See you again. Keep blaming Chinese, Indians, Ninki Nanka, Dragon, Rain, Sunu. Just blame. Night. See you guys again. Bye.